Off. Hello, everyone. So, I messed up what I was saying just before I came on stream and now cannot stop laughing. Right, hello everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. So, today we are back in our lovely village on Lego Fortnite. I'm just going to get the stream up on my extra device so that I can see what is happening. So I can see what you guys see, just so we know what is going on the stream. So before we get started, what I want to just say, so I'll be streaming 4 times this week. And so just so you know, I'll be streaming. Obviously, I'm streaming today. Hello, I'm here. So I'm streaming today. I will be streaming again. Oops. Let's just put my controller out. What? Come on. There we go. Right, put my controller down for a second. So, I'll be streaming today, obviously. I'm streaming again tomorrow at 2 PM on Disney Dreamlight Valley. If you do want to watch that, I'll be live at 2 PM tomorrow, GMT. I will then be live again on Thursday on Pokemon Pokopia at 8 PM GMT, and then I will be back on Friday at 2 PM GMT with a Minecraft stream. So if you do want to check any of those out, please make sure you do. I have got, I think, pretty much daily videos, maybe apart from the odd day. But I have gotten, I do believe I have almost enough videos to do the full every day. So that's what we're thinking, is we should have enough videos to do every day. That is the plan. Me just... Okay, right, so... Right, okay, so let's actually get on with what we're doing. So, what we want to do today is, over here, we have had our loom just sat on this little platform for quite a while. So, we have some fertilizer. Sorry, I'm getting confused by the controls. I've been playing a lot of I can't talk. I've been playing a lot of Pokopia recently, which has been amazing, but I am kind of struggling on controls now because I am way too used to the controls of Pokopia and every other game that I play. And this game is just not the same. This game does not have the same controls at all. But let's get started. I need to get some wood. So, if you remember in the last stream, I did build my lovely storage building. Sorted it out. However, my wood, as we figured, is actually just outside of my village. In terms of the village border, I believe the village border ends... Yeah, so the village border is literally ending here, and the chest is just outside of that. So it's remarkably annoying because I could not access the wood unless I'm actually in the chest. Oops. Let's hope that recovers itself by itself. Right. So I haven't planned this out. So obviously we said about doing a haberdashery. Do we have, by the way, do we have any diagonal doors? We don't. Or do, these are diagonal. It's not, because I kind of like the idea of building with these, because I think they look quite cool. However, doing a diagonal door I think is going to be awkward. Well, let's see. I've built that in the wrong place. Good start. We've done that in the wrong place. So if we're doing that, it needs to go there, maybe? Nope, that's in the wrong place again. This is going to be a long stream. Right, let's see then. So, there? There we go. That's what we want. Because this doesn't necessarily need to be massively big. All it's actually here for is to give a nice place for my thing. So that's not gonna work. I've never built with a diagonal before, so we are just gonna figure this out, because I think it's gonna have to go like that. But then that looks really weird and it still doesn't connect. I'm guessing we're gonna have to do the whole building diagonal for that to work, which I don't really want to do. I don't want to do the whole building diagonal, but I don't see how it's going to connect if it's not diagonal. Because I'm guessing, like, if we were to do that, I'm guessing it would go in somewhere like that. So, yeah, would go like that. So if we get a normal wall, how do they go in? In terms of if I wanted... So that goes like that, which is not ideal. Can we... No. Right, okay. See, why would I want the building to go like that? Me see, because it's gonna have to go. Well, if it goes that way, can we actually get it to work? No, because the building, I think. Yeah, it's always gonna leave a small gap, unless we can figure out a way to avoid that. Unless. If we were to do that, if we were to put that in, and then we could do the wall from there, and that might work. So if we were to do that, and yeah, the wall would go there. Okay, let's... So now we've figured that out, let's just place the wall where we're going to want it. We'll place it a bit across. And then it was the diagonal door. That's all windows, hang on. The monastery wall door diagonal. So we're going to want to keep it, I think, there, maybe? I mean, that's right there on that bit. Is it right there? Yes. Okay, so then if we go back to the normal walls, and it was the monastery wall corner, which, there we go, that works. That works. So, let's, like that, I think. Yeah? And then we could just place that in. Though, does that go beyond the end of that? Yeah. So we actually need a smaller wall. And I think that's going to go beyond it. Yeah, so... Two by 8 by 12, 2 by 8 by 12, okay. Do we have any smaller walls? I don't think we do. I'm just having a look because I'm not sure that I've thought this through at all. What's the smallest foundation? 4 by 4 by 2. And I'd only need 2 blocks, I think. What's that? Right, so walls. Because I think a courtyard wall would just look a bit weird. Because the set we're using is the monastery wall kit. So that would look okay. So maybe, depending on if this would actually work, which, I mean, we can place the stuff in, but the grass is slightly going to get in the way. So I think it will be okay. So if we do that, because then we can place that in like that, leaving a 2 by 2 where that could go. And then we can just build the walls like normal, I think. There we go. So that will work. That looks like it's going to overhang slightly. But if we do that and then that's going to overhang. So we'll need to do the foundations again. There. Assuming we're right, the foundation should go along here and add up. Hopefully. Yes, there we go. Okay, so what we'll do then is place in the pillar piece. And my maths is a bit bad. Okay, never mind. We'll leave that slight gap. It might look a bit odd, but it'll be fine, I think. I mean, I've done that the wrong way, actually. I've just thought the walls with the little ridges on actually need to face that way, because the ridges are for the ceilings or floors. So it should go in actually like that way, I think. So just one. Yeah, it's a 1. Okay, that's fine. And where's that going to be? That's going to overhang as well. Okay. If we do that and then that's going to overhang. Okay. I mean, we could do a back door on it. So if we remove the loom, because it should give us everything back, so we could just make a new loom. Hopefully. Loom. There we go. So if we put it along the back wall, actually, because we're going to fully design this place. So if we do that, and then we'll go back into walls. And if we can manage to get it so that that wall is going to link up there. Yeah. Though I don't think we have a wall small enough. No, we don't. Okay. So yeah, it's not going to go in there. Though actually, let's just see, because we could do that. Why is the loom getting in the way? Right, let's just take the loom out until we decorate this building. Just because I think we're going to have a lot of changes to this. Okay, right. How would it look? Because I guess we can't just put that in, can we? No, because that would look a bit weird. So it'd just have to be... maybe... if we put in that wall... and then put in a pillar. And then that was the long wall, so I need to check. So that was the 16. So we could, if we do an 8, and then a pillar, will we get another 8 in? We will. There we go. And that is how we're going to do this build in the weird way of building with a diagonal. To be honest, I don't like that door. I prefer the double doors, but I kind of want that one to be a single door, so... let's then see, then. So we want... no. Why do none of these all add up very well? I mean, equally, I'm building this building by myself. Like, I'm not using any kind of plan. So if we do that, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So this gap's going to be... if we place that there, and then find the door again, which, as we figured, is 8 long. Is that leaving 4? Hang on. Don't tell me that's an odd number. Let me just give that a count. Okay, so I've figured out what the issue is. It is basically because of our grand idea just doesn't work. This is why you build everything without diagonals, because diagonals make things awkward. So let's do that. And then what we'll do is grab the monastery wall, place that there, and then just do that like that, and then that could go up the side of the building, too wide. There we go. That could go up the side of the building, just like we did on our own house, to hide the mistake in the wall. And who cares what it looks like on the inside? Like, most of the time, we're going to look at this from the outside. The most colourful building that we have, which I think actually looks quite nice. It looks quite nice to have that just randomly there. So let's go and open the doors. Because we've got another problem, actually. Another problem that I've not thought about. Is the need for the diagonal flooring. Because that's going to have to go on the top. So the floor's going to be... can I get a bigger monastery floor? Yeah. Right, so that's that's correct. That's fine. We can manage with that because we're probably going to do a flat roof anyway because we can never make roofs work, so that's fine. And then we're going to be left then with this. So if we were to... Hang on. Because we need that to... There, maybe? It kind of works, I suppose. Right, okay, let's say, because that looks like that floor is going to be in the wrong place. Because if we do that, and then place another diagonal in there... There we go. The ceiling works, kind of. We have the one gap here, because everything's odd numbers. I'm not sure how when everything's an even number, we can manage to make odd numbers, but... We've managed to do it multiple times. And there's no fixing that hole. That is just going to be a permanent hole. It's a skylight. It's a nice little skylight. No. What we'll do is to hide yet another mistake, we can place that on there. And then go across like that. Just to cover that up. There you go. Works perfectly. We definitely planned this build before we started. We're doing what every great designer does. And we're improvising the design. It's definitely what great designers do. Ooh. What? How have I got 365 glass? I'm gonna do this because I think this build's quite colourful, so I say we continue the colour. So let's put a few of these down. And then we'll put one just in the back here. There we go. So then... What I'm thinking is I want to do surface, ninja counter center, and that's a blacksmith center. Armory display table. Okay, so let's. That's quite low. We've got a table that's a bit taller. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Never mind. Oh, actually. Let's, if we put the, however you say that, in here. And then place another one next to that table. There we go, we can make a little counter. And then this is just the back door. And there's a slight gap kind of at the side, which in essence you'd be able to get up and down, but you can't. So we could just climb over that. But that makes a nice counter. We've used all the granite slabs. So let's go and make another granite slab. Come on. Stonebreaker. Granite slab. There we go. And let's, while we're at it, take this tree out. I really don't like that tree keeps respawning. It is rather frustrating. And let's remove that, because then we can put the spinning wheel in the haberdashery as well. I cannot count again. Let's go and make another marble granite slab. It is granite that I need, isn't it? Yeah, it is granite. Make another one. So if we do this, we can now make a loom, which is perfect. And I did leave the door open, so we can head up into here. And we can step back from the wall a little bit. And we'll place the loom there with a spinning wheel over in this corner. Place the spinning wheel there. And then for the added design, I'd rather like a ninja hall chair, I think. What do you reckon? I think that actually that's it follows the colour of the building, so well, if I do that, can we still use the spinning wheel? Yeah. But we can sit down and use the spinning wheel. See? It's all about design. And so let's do the same over here. And we can not use that. Okay. I need to move the ninja throne slightly so that we can use it. There you go. Now we can sit in it. And we can sit and use the loom. See? That's the idea. So, this is actually a usable building with the nice designs. And have I got, like, is there any, like, laptop or anything? No. Okay. So I think that's probably going to be it for this building. Maybe just getting a ceiling light. Because we have... we have wall. What do we need for that? Oh, that needs a marble slab. Okay. We don't have a pink one for that. So, oops. So if we grab the wall lantern, which needs another marble slab, and then I'm also thinking above the door I want to do some kind of design there, but let's go at least make the marble slab. And then we can at least kind of finish the building with that bit. So we can at least then get a lamp in the one dark patch of the building. Right. There we go. And I just need to put my device on charge so we don't lose the stream. So just give me a second. I'll just put the start screen on for a second. Okay, there we go. We are sorted, so we shouldn't have any issues for the rest of the stream. And we also have the back door to the haberdashery, which just goes straight out into this nice bungalow, cottage, whatever it's called, with a dangerous back door. It's got a very dangerous back door. Who actually lives in here? Fish stick. Okay. I might have the goldfish live with him. Because that seems like a nice idea, is to have fish stick living with goldfish. I think is goldfish here? Oh, codex. Right, let me have a look on here, because this has all my village. Yeah, visiting is the goldfish. So the goldfish isn't actually one of our villagers. Okay. I'm not going to invite the goldfish because I don't want loads of like random characters. So what kind of, because it's probably going to be, I don't think we have diagonal roofs, do we? I mean, we have that. That is massive though. Like, that is massive. That is massive. Just have a look at what we have, just to see what design we could maybe do. I mean, that's not a diagonal. Like, the difficulty is going to be is trying to do anything diagonal. Like, that would work. Right, let's go up here, because then we can at least see... Oh, need a wooden rod for that. Let's go get a wooden rod. Which I believe's from the lumber mill. There we go. We'll make a wooden rod. And then let's see if we can add a little design feature to the haberdashery. So if we do that, then let's do that again. Like, I don't even know what I'm creating right now. Yeah, I actually think that's probably not going to look good. Right, I've decided that doesn't look nice. Would it look better? I mean, probably not. Oh, actually, because we could... Depending on how this would look... how much does that overhang? That's quite nice. And then I'd maybe say just to have if I go a little bit further, just so it's in the corner. Actually no, because that's not tall enough. Okay, I say we just leave it like that. It kind of looks nice. It kind of works. It's maybe a little bit weird, but I think it's cool. And then we just want to do a little lamp in on the wall. Would be nice. Maybe if we do one there and then one. Can we do one on there? Oh, I think it's... Okay, that is good. I like that. It's maybe a bit weird having this, but it's cool. I'm just gonna get a gable for it. Just so that it doesn't look massively strange from down below. There we go. We have a nice little haberdashery where we could do all of our work with wool and wool thread and silk thread. That's all what we would do in this building here. And the only reason I actually did this was because so I need more light in here. Like, this is really quite dark. There we go. We've got some nice lighting. So the reason I actually did this was that my garage was quite full with the all the workstations, and I was kind of like, I didn't want everything in here, and I was like, if the loom can't fit, we may as well have the spinning wheel there with it. So that was the idea, and that's why we have this building specifically designed to be a haberdashery. So now that we've done that, that's the quick building done. So that was like 38 minutes work-ish. And we've only been live for 36 minutes. So that's impressive. But we have a massively, massively dark house currently. So let's get some lights in this house. Because this is Fishstick's house. Fishstick's very, very big house. There we go. Right. So we built this a while ago, but we never gave Fishstick any furniture. So what I want to do is I want to decorate his house and give a second bed. Because I think, you know, it would be nice to give a second kind of villager a chance to live here. So everyone has a bed. So we'll see who's kind of next after Goldfish, after the Goldfish. See who comes in. And then what I want to do... Ooh, this is cool. I forget that we have all this. What I want to do is I want to find the interior doors, because I want to see if one of these would fit in there. No. Can we go smaller one? I mean, that'll fit. We just need to finish the interior wall. Like there. Nope. That's a little bit proud. Why does that not go there? Oh, because of that. Okay, yeah, it's going to have to stand a little bit prouder, I think. Yeah, it's going to have to sit just like that. It's fine. It's not too much of an issue. But this just gives a nice little bedroom for the second character. And then I think we should be nice and give some privacy to Fishstick, because Fishstick currently has a bed in the middle of his house. So let's do that. And we're probably going to get in the way of the windows, actually, which is slightly annoying, but, you know, we're going to have to deal with it. So let's see then, because that's too big. So we need to go with a small door. And then we'll go in with the interior, and that doesn't make sense. Ah. So yeah, because of the design of the house, with the walls all having the little indentations in, makes building anything and like walls in here a little bit difficult. So I'm guessing that's... Oh, actually that works. That works. We just need a smaller wall there. And then if we get a door, the same door as before. This one. No, this one, because it's a smaller room now. And we do it there. So it's slightly inward, but it doesn't affect the windows. And Fishstick has a little box room. Fishstick has a box bedroom in his house. There we go. So, I don't want to use too much resource on a interior for them, because if we're being honest, this is just an interior for a villager, and we're probably never going to go in this house. But they deserve at least some form of an interior, I think. Yeah, they deserve something. Let's see. So wool fabric requires loads of wool thread. So we're going to need like 28 wool thread. So let's make a bunch of wool thread for this. So we need 28. So let's do that. And yeah, what we'll do is we'll put in a nice sofa. Maybe give them some form of decoration for a kitchen, and then that'll do. Like, we're not going to use loads of resource on doing a design for a villager's house, because we're never going to go in these houses very much, and so it's a bit of a silly idea to waste loads of resource on it. But you know, I want it to be comfortable. That's why we're going and making a nice cozy sofa, which is taking quite a while to get the wool thread. And hopefully my maths is right and this is the right amount we need, because that will be really helpful. We've only got like 7 to go. There we go. It's nearly done. And then yeah, we'll figure out the rest of the decorations. And then what I'm thinking is kind of doing a hotel or like some flats for the rest of the villagers, because if we build houses this big for the villagers, they won't all be able to live in the village, and that would be a bit of a crazy idea. So let's do that, right? And then we can go to our loom and we can make 6 wool fabric. There we go. So if we now make this a bit quicker now, because it's only 6 of them. And then yeah, as I say, about making the kind of flats or hotel, because the rate of these buildings, we don't have much space left in the village. Like, the haberdashery is kind of just covering this area, so the last area we have is kind of maybe up here. But at that, like, how much space do we have? We only have up to here, so we don't have much space anyway. And I've also, like, massively run out of granite, I think. Oh no, I have 76 granite, but it's all in chests. So if I'm down here, I have some up to there. So as long as I'm officially in the village, I have granite, because it's stored in a chest. So I have to actually be in the village for that. But let's head in here, and we can make a cozy sofa, a college sofa, sorry. So let's give them that, like, there. We can get a nice wall decoration with some planks. We'll do that because that's like kind of like a broken TV screen. So that works. And then we said in here on doing a very, very small kind of a very, very small kitchen. And so we're going to do that idea, because I think it'll be funny. Even though this is going to be a tiny kitchen, it will be funny to have. So let's give them as much of a fitted kitchen as we have the space for. They don't get a fridge or anything. Like, we can't afford the fridge, but what we can afford to make is some clutter. So we could go with some glassware, which is a very, very bad use of rough amber. But we can give them some glassware. that uses iron. Like, I need to be careful on like too much random stuff. But we could give them some like bowls and plates, which slightly hang off the edge, but hey ho. And we could give them some cooking utensils. There we go. It's a nice little kitchen. We could even give them a cutting board, maybe. There you go. A perfect little kitchen for whoever is crazy enough to live in this house. There we go. So, oops. So we have this nice kitchen. We have a little living area, and we have all this space that is wasted. To be honest, we don't need that space. Though, can we do another bed? Can this be a house for 3? I don't know. Because where's the cutoff? The cutoff's here, so... I was just going to see if I could place it like through the wall. So, oops. You know when I said this was a dangerous door? So it looks like, yeah, the limit is about there. So let's place just a little bed in. Because I'm guessing if we were to place a bed like there, which we know is outside, yeah, it would only be for me. So we have an extra little bed. It's a bit in the middle of the room, but there's not much we could do about that because otherwise we would also have like way too many walls in here, I think. Like, I think just to make this work, we'd maybe use a lot of walls, but we can have a look actually. Let's go to interior walls. To go like here. And then a smaller interior wall. There we go. And then we can go down to the doors. Get a large interior door. To go like on there somewhere. So if it goes there, that links with that. And I think, looking at this, like, we might have an issue with the light. That might be what is causing the problems. I was just thought, this is the wrong interior. These are the wrong interior walls. But never mind. There we go. So they have a second bedroom, which will go out into a very dangerous area at the minute. So let's deal with this. We have no granite this far out, which is maybe a little bit awkward. But we could work without granite, I think. And we'll just put a few... Can I not put that there? Yeah. Let's do that and then... There we go. And then can we get some like fences? I mean, these all use wooden rods and I don't have loads of wooden rods. Okay, so we can do that. If we shut the door, can it go there? And then can we put one there? And then let's maybe take that out. will that go in a bit better? That will do perfectly. There we go. So now, this house is actually really nice. These guys have really nice house. Like, aside from the, like, box room, they've got a nice sofa. They've got a tiny kitchen. But the pros, like, there's three beds. It's a 3-bedroom property. It's a very nice property. With a little balcony. They have a little balcony that looks out over the world. It's a very nice property, this. It has its shortcomings, like a lack of a TV, lack of a kitchen, to be honest. Like, it's a small kitchen, but it's quite a nice house, this. I think it's actually the biggest house as well. It's quite funny. But what we need to do, we need to actually get some more granite because we've run out of granite again. So let's head over this way and see if we can go and grab some granite from anywhere. We could just do it right over here. We've got some granite. So that we can build a pretty tall building is what we're going to do. So it's going to be like maybe 3 floors. I'll have to see how many more villages we can have. Because that will tell us how many floors we can do. And then they won't be massive. Like, they only actually need space for a bed. So that's all the villagers actually require. So it doesn't need to be massive because I think the building's gonna have quite the presence anyway, but we want to keep it as kind of smallish, and I don't want it to be too tall either, because otherwise you might lose the nice feel of what we've got going with the nice couple buildings. You know, like, nothing's massively tall, so I think we need to be careful not to. We don't want to go too big. Right, we have 51 granite. I don't think that's enough. So let's let's go over and just grab this, and then that should hopefully be enough. And then we'll have to see how much like wood we have, because we only have 49 wood. This is the issue when you build like this much. You run out of resources really quickly. But we've leveled up. We are now level 89. And we are leveling up again, so we're level 90. And I don't... Oh, and we're leveling up again. So we're level 91 now. Are we going to level up again? No. What a shame. Okay. We're doing really well, actually. I don't know how long's left of the season, but we're level 91 and we've not actually played a game of Battle Royale. So, I think we're doing really well at leveling up, because I'm not as good on Battle Royale. So, I don't generally play that. But it's nice to see that we are level 91. Like, that's really nice. Because that means that we will actually unlock all the stuff from the season. Like, we'll unlock all the season rewards. Or most of them. It might not be all of them. Because I don't know if the season now takes you beyond level 100 a bit more. But we'll head back into our village. I just need to figure out where the border is again. But let's go down to our little funny village square. So, residents. So we have 2 more spaces just for animals, and 3 more spaces just for a villager or an animal. So, quite weirdly, in terms of this, even if we put these as just villagers, which would give us 3 villagers, we have space for 2 more in here. So we only actually need a property for 1. We only need a property big enough for 1 villager. So what, like, because we could go with architecture and look at these buildings. I mean, the log home would be nice, but I don't have, like, enough logs for it. Log cabin, which he's not got log cabin. I don't know what he's got. But a log cabin might be nice. Oops. Then what other things do we have? Because we've got Pleasant Park stuff, which is pretty big. And then we just have simple shacks. So, yeah, because we don't want, like, a roomy home, because that's, like, really big. The bungalow's huge, and the spacious home's huge. Because, like, if we look at this, you're only gonna... Like, most of the time you've got an object in the way, because it's kind of going to be quite big. So I say we just do a nice little log cabin, because we could do a log cabin literally just can we do it like there? Ooh. Ah, so you can actually build things on an angle. That's nice to know. Now, the potential issue is we're going to have to... Once we've done this really quick build, we are going to have to edit the building slightly, because we're going to need to add some form of access point, because the stairs is just not going to work. That can go in there. That can go in there. There we go. And we could do a log window in there. And we have 2 log corner pieces. There we go. The storm is really weird. Because I live quite close to, like, the massive storm area. Which we're not going to do yet. We're not going to do, like, the massive storm thing yet. I think once we've done this, we might go to the Lost Isles. Maybe. That might be what we do after this, is just go to the Lost Isles and see, because, like, you could sometimes get villagers over there that you could take to your base, so we might do that. But there we go, so we've done that, and we're just going to start doing the roof. And this storm really is raging around us, it's really strange. There we go. and then we've got the rustic roofs. And we're kind of getting these quests done as well, so it's helping us level up even more, which is nice. And let's do that. So this is obviously all helping us get the roof in place. I'm just going to go and actually step out onto the top of the roof. Just because I'm kind of thinking, otherwise I'm going to get trapped in the roof. And that wouldn't be funny. Like, we don't want to get stuck in the roof. But there we go, we've done the log cabin build. So obviously, as we say, like, it needs a little bit of work. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to dazzle the place up a little bit. So we're going to place a little light in here. Come on, please let me do it. Come on. There we go. So we can actually have a nice light outside this house. And then we're going to need some stairs. I think it just literally just some generic stairs will do. So if we put like stairs there, so we can access the building quite nicely, quite easily. If we do the rustic railings again, just because that's easy to make. And there we go. That's actually the perfect size. And we need a bit bigger. Like, See, this is maybe the issue with this one. Is the sizes are a little bit awkward to do, so. But there we go. We have a nice log cabin for whoever is the last one to join our village. So whoever's going to be the last one to join the village gets to hopefully live in a log cabin. Which needs some lights. So let's just place down some standing lamps, I think. Oh, actually, we have ceiling lights, and ceiling lights actually work quite well. I found this in another property building that I did. The ceiling lights are really bright, and they're amazing. So beds. Should we give this one maybe... Let's give this one a drowsy bed. And we could give them a little table. We'll go with a modern nightstand like what I have in my house. If we do that, and then we could give them a little candlelight next to the bed. There we go. And then I don't have the ability to do much else for furniture, so that is going to be all we get. So that is about as much furniture as you're going to get in this house. So we now have, though, enough beds, I think, to make the whole thing actually functional. The only other thing we have, so we have space for 2 more animals. So let's go make some planks. Planks. I mean, we actually have more flex wood than wood. But we need like 20 planks. There we go. So we'll do that. And I think while we do that, we need to actually think about getting some more wood. Okay, so what we'll do actually is we'll grab the planks because we'll actually get the barns in place. And then what we can do is we can then go and do some resourcing while we see who's going to replace the goldfish as our visitor. See if we want them, or see if we want to go to the Lost Isles and try and bring a villager home to us. Because that might be a better way to get like the characters we want. Let's take the output then. So let's grab a barn then. And I think just to fill in the space, we place a little barn there. And we could place another barn like next to it. There we go. Okay, so that works. So, do we have... Actually, can we make the animal treats? Tasty animal treat. Let's make, like, 4 of these. Let me see. Oh, we have no more berries? What? Surely we have berries. Let's just come on over here. Like, because where is our food stored? Not in there, right. Is this food? Ah, I was going to say, we have berries. They're just outside the village again, so we'll have to bring those over as well. So if we go into our house, which is where we can make the tasty animal treats, and we can make, I think, we want 4, yeah. So if we do that, and we can take the 4 tasty animal treats. And I'm thinking then, it's probably best to get a cow. And then, what's better, a pig or a chicken? In terms of this game, which one's better? Do we get a pig or do we get a chicken? Because I don't know. I'm going to say chicken. Okay, so I've just checked. So it looks like a chicken is going to... Oops. That's not going to help them befriend us, I don't think. Let's pet this chicken. Come on, stop running away from me. And then can I might need these in my hotbar. So due to the quick bar, let's feed that chicken a tasty animal treat. And it can follow us over to a barn up in the corner of our village. And let's just grab the following chicken. Okay, just give us a second. I'm just gonna take a quick break. Okay, so we are back. I've quickly grabbed myself a drink to try and stop my throat being so sore. So, I also had a quick look at what we get from the chickens. So chickens can give us quite a lot of stuff, as can cows. So realistically, I think they're the better ones to have. So let's see, because we usually have quite a lot of cows hanging around the village. But I think because I want one, we're not going to find one today, which would be about normal, to be honest. Yeah, because we've got loads of pigs. Because we said we don't want pigs because pigs don't give you as much good stuff. So, to be honest, we definitely would prefer cows than pigs. But I don't think there's any cows around. No, it looks pretty much like it was before when we went to the sheep. Oh, but there's cows there actually. We have cows here. And it's not too far away. Like we have 3 tasty animal treats, so hopefully it will follow me. Come on. Follow me. Because I'm keeping an eye on the cow to make sure it still loves me. I don't actually know where I'm going. Where are we going? Where are we meant to be going? Oh, who are you? No. Don't run off. Okay. I'm just going to have to deal with this quickly. There we go. Oh, why is there so many? No. Right, okay. Come on. Where do we live? We live over this way, okay. This way, cow. This way. So, I don't know how long they stay kind of attached with you. I don't know how long they will continue following you after one treat, so... And it would maybe help, to be fair. No, so that's as much as he'll go. Okay. Let's give him another treat. And then he will continue following us again. Come on. And following cow assigned. So we'll go randomizing the name. I don't want to go Daisy. That's such a common name for a cow. Darien, oh god, that is a terrible name. It's a terrible name. These are honestly terrible names. I don't know what to call it, which is why I'm just looking through these names, but these are terrible. Let's just go Taurus. It's like the most sensible name that's in there. Some of them were really bad names. Okay, so what we've done, so we've got actually our village is probably complete now. Oops, I keep accidentally pressing that. So our village is pretty much complete with that. We just need to get the villagers sorted because Tabby. So we've got a villager called Tabby, so we're in the village. Let's just close these doors. So I don't think I want Tabby, but we'll have a look. So yeah, we just have now the 3 villager or animals. Our current villagers is Meowsicles, Fishstick, Lionbrand, and Tricky Treater. And should we actually ask? Because obviously we've just how's your job? I've got supplies you need. Let's get wood. Get granite. We'll get everything. Oh, get cut ruby. Get cut emerald. Get cut sapphire. So, it was definitely a great idea putting the articles on that. We got so much stuff. We got 10 cut ruby, 10 cut emerald, and 10 cut sapphire. So what job was she set to? So she was a gem cutter. And she's just been doing that job for like a week. Because it's literally been a week since I've been on. And so maybe if the world's active during that time, she's maybe just been doing that for all that time. So that's funny. Let's see if we can find Fishstick. And that's Tabby. We definitely don't want Tabby. Right, how's your job, fish stick? Get obsidian slab and get marble slab. Ooh, nice. 10 obsidian slabs as well. Let's speak to the tricky treater. How's your job going? Happy to pull my weight. To be honest, you're probably on the worst job. Like, you've got nothing useful for me. But let's speak to Lion Brand. How's your job, mate? Plenty of resources. Get frost pine rod, wooden rod, and planks. Nice, thank you. Is that everyone? Yeah. Okay, so this is the fruits of my village's labour. To be honest, I have done none of the work for this. But it's a lot of stuff. So let's go put these in our chests to keep them pretty safe. Because that should mean we are pretty close, I think, to being able to make some of the charms that we need. So let's put the obsidian slabs with the obsidian. Do we have a chest? So that's got amber, gold, and bright core. Do we have a chest with, like, ruby or anything? I don't know if we do. We have mahogany there, red rock. Oh, planks can go in there. Copper, metal, and... Okay, so what do we have this side? So that's all the blast core stuff. And that's glass. Vines, soil stuff, bones, claws could go in there. Okay, let's go upstairs, see what's up here, and then we might have to make a new chest for all of the stuff that we have just obtained. To put it simply, obtained is, I think, a good word for it. Storm fruit, okay. What do we do? Where should we put fertilizer? I say we put fertilizer in, like, the soil chest, which is this one? Yeah. Put that in there. And then let's... Got granite, that's marble, and that's marble slab. In here, is it? We can put the wooden rods. And we'll put arrows in. Arrows can go upstairs, actually. Because arrows could go in there. We could put milk in there. And then, do we... I don't think we have a chest for frostpine yet, do we? Because we have flex... Oh, we do. Oops. So let's have frostpine in there. And then... If we put maybe cut ruby in there. And then we can put the cut emerald and sapphire in here. There we go. So I think that has gone very, very well for us. Definitely thank you to Meowscles for spending so long doing the work that we asked her to do. Thank you very much, Meowscles. You did a great job. Now we'll shut our door on her because she'll just come in here anyway. She's always in here. So we need, is that silk thread for that? And then we need frost bear pelt and heavy wool thread for that. So 3 silk thread. Which will mean we can actually go to the frost biome quite easy now. Once I've done this. So there we go, we've made the 10 silk thread. So if we go back down to a crafting station, we can make a inner fire charm. Which did use 5 of our cut ruby, but that's fine. And then we need heavy wool thread and frost bear pelt. For the is it the frozen one? Cool header charm. So can we get, because we have heavy wool, I'm pretty sure. Heavy wool thread. How many did it need? I don't know what that music was for, to be honest. Cool header charm, 3 of those. Okay, so let's go into here then. And so that means we have the heavy wool thread. So the last item we need would be frost bear pelt. So shall we close that? And did we place down? Is that a marker we placed? I think so. So let's head to that little waypoint over there. We will take one of our villagers with us. The tricky treater, because you have the most useless job at the minute. Let's speak to you. Let's talk jobs. Let's explore. Okay. So the tricky treater can help us get the frost bear pelts. And then if we do this, we'll have got an inner fire charm and a cool header charm today. That would be quite nice, I think, if we can do that. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, in the next stream, we can go to the Lost Isles and see if we can get some more villagers for our base. Okay, so let's head over to the frost area, the frosty area. And we can get hopefully some frost bear pelts and make the cool headed charm, which will actually mean we could go into the caves in both the dry valley and the frost valley. I don't know, is it called the frost valley? I don't know what it's called, but the frost valley sounds cool. I don't think it's called that, but it sounds cool. We should have Tricky Treater following somewhat behind. And for what I know, in the Lost Isles, you can find villagers like Peely and Cuddle Team Leader and Meowsicles. You can find some of those in the Lost Isles, and if you get them to explore with you, you can bring them back to your base and encourage them to come and live with you in your village. So that is maybe what we're going to try and do next week. And then once we've done that, we can move on to do the Dry Valley, going into the Dry Valley caves. And that will be all good. Okay, so we're just like 650 meters away. In terms of videos coming this week, just while we've got some downtime in the stream, let's just talk. So the videos this week that we have coming up, we've got another Pokopia video to release, I think. Assuming I'm right, we had a Pokopia video, was it released today, I think? So assuming I uploaded it, which I don't know. Did I upload a video today? I uploaded a video yesterday, and I can't remember if I put a schedule on it. I think I did. I'll have a look before the end of the stream. But I think there's a Pokopia video that went out today. if there was, there's another Pokopia video going up tomorrow. No, not going out tomorrow. It's not over for us what we can do. We can't do that. No, so there'll be another Pokopia video this week. There's 2 Hogwarts Legacy videos this week. And then we should have another Heartopia video this week. So that's another... so 2 Hogwarts, Pokopia, Heartopia. That's another 4 videos this week. And there should be a Dreamlight Valley video going out maybe tomorrow if we can. If we get lucky, it'll be tomorrow. Which will be for the Dream Snaps and Weekly Resets. So that will be very good to do. So yeah, lots of content for you this week. So make sure you do keep an eye out for that. And yes, we have this, which remarkably says we've got an upgrade available, which is quite interesting. So this is it's the Icebound Tundra in the Frostlands. Okay. We can actually already upgrade our village, but we're not going to do that yet because we're not building a base here yet. We just want to see if we can find some wolves that are living in this area. Would be nice. Because we need the pelt. We need the ice wolf pelt or whatever it's called. So, I've just been corrected. It's a bear I need. It's the bear pelt. It's not a wolf. It's a bear that I'm looking for. Which, that is... I think that's a wolf. I think that's a wolf. Ouch. Yeah, okay, so I got an Arctic Claw. What do you want? I think the storm thing's like really chasing up with us. Because we're getting a lot of storm enemies as well with all this, so I think the storm is raging quite badly today. We'll have to see like what that actually does for us. Can I not beat you up? Apparently not. Who are you? So that's just the character that won't talk to us either. Okay. Never mind. What did we get? Just some essence, an egg. Right, so let's continue looking for a bear then. Because that's what we want, is a bear. What is that? Oh, what the... What is that doing here? Ow. So we are now level 92. We're still level 92, which is good. Ouch. I'm pretty sure this isn't meant to spawn here. I don't know. Because I think that's a brute. Oh, it's a frost brute. Okay, yeah, I suppose it probably does spawn here normally. I wasn't sure if that was something to do with the storm that's going on and spawning a bunch of creatures anyway. But yeah, we're still not finding a frost brute, frost bear. We still need to find a bear. And that would be very, very nice, I think. Because I think it would be really nice for us to get both the charms that are required for kind of progressing through the game. Would be very nice to get them both today. But that being said, we're kind of not seeing any bears, unfortunately. We've got sheep and everything, though there's an enemy over this way. Is that a bear? That might be a bear. Ah, yeah, the storm has stopped. That's got suddenly really bright. And we got 1 frost bear pelt. That's not quite enough, but at least we know we're in the right area for it. So if we get 1 more frost bear pelt, we will be able to get the cool headed charm to join in with what we've already got. Shall we just leave those fighting amongst themselves? Right, so let's go down here, avoid the battle that's going on over there. We at least no longer have a massive storm raging around us, which is nice. The storm has moved on, which is quite nice because we can actually see what's going on in the game a bit better. Like, that storm's been raging for like a good hour. It's been raging on the game for a good hour, which has been joyous. I'm gonna say joyous. It's been amazing. Right, we have some wolves. Unfortunately, not what we're looking for, but never mind. We will still take them out. Because hopefully, if we take out the wolves, we will get some bears spawn. And then we will hopefully be able to get the cool headed charm to go with the inner fire charm that we have just made earlier in the video stream. It's a stream. Earlier in the stream we made obviously the inner fire charm. We're really now going to try and get the cool headed charm, because then we can go into the caves in both biomes, I think. Maybe. I'm kind of assuming, but I don't actually know. Because though I played this game like soon after it released, the game progression has changed a fair bit since then, so I don't actually know all that much about progressing through the game. So do we only need 1 cool headed charm, or is it like before where to go in a cave you need 2? I don't know. Because before you needed a cool headed charm just to enter the dry valley, or you needed the inner fire charm just to enter the Frostlands. But now we can be pretty good in terms of temperature in the Frostlands without any charm actually on. And I spot a bear. I spot a bear on my little visualized sound thing. I don't know what that's called, but it's a visualized sound, which is cool. And let's take on the bear, who is getting burn damage. And that is how you take them on nice and easily. So that means we have 2 frost bear pal. Was it 2? I'm questioning myself now. Was it 2? Cool headed charm. It was 2. So that is all we need. So we can head back and we can make the cool headed charm. So where do we live? We live over here. Where's that marker gone? This way, 1700 meters. So let's head back, and then we can make the cool headed charm to go with the inner fire charm. And then yeah, we'll be all set for then progressing with the game a bit further. We do still have these storm guys that are being a bit of a pain. They're really actually easy to kill, but I don't know why they're spawning in. I don't know, to be honest. So we've got 1,500 meters to travel. So, I will say, with the videos that I have releasing this week, I think it is mostly going to be daily content, like in terms of videos. Obviously, we have the 3 other streams as well this week. But in terms of the videos, obviously I've said the 2 Hogwarts, 1 Heartopia, 1 Pokopia, and hopefully 1 Dreamlight, which will take us to, having a video every day. Because if we release tomorrow a video on Dreamlight, we can release Heartopia on Friday, so we can get Hogwarts out on Thursday. No, we got Hogwarts out on Wednesday, sorry. I've lost the day of the week already. It's only Monday I've lost the day. So, if we get... It won't be Dreamlight tomorrow, it'll be Dreamlight Wednesday. See, that's where I'm going wrong, it's Dreamlight Wednesday. So we could try and get a Hogwarts video out tomorrow. Who's this? Can we talk to him? Tomato Head. Should we get Tomato Head? Can we get him to... No. Apparently not. Come on. Nice to meet you. If anyone asks, I'm on what you would call an extended brunch. Let's explore. Oh, I'd love to, but you already have someone with you. Maybe you've come back later. Dismiss follower. Yes. If you're sure, I'll head back. Yes. Please do. Tomato Head, come on. Come explore. I'm ready for an adventure. Continue. Okay. So we're now on an adventure with Tomato Head, who's going to come and live with us. But as I said, so if we do Hogwarts tomorrow, Hogwarts Legacy video tomorrow, and then, as I say, we can release Dreamlight Valley on Wednesday. Maybe with another video, we don't know. And then definitely we can have a Heartopia video on Thursday. And then we can round off the week with the last Pokopia video. And the last Hogwarts video. That works. Yeah, I think we could do that. So it might only be a small video on Wednesday, unless we do 2 videos and have a day of no video, but we'll have to see. I say a small video, like, that video will still be like a good 10 minutes, I think. But yeah, so that's the plan for this week. We will see if the videos do come out when I say I'm hoping to bring them out, because there's always a chance that I get delayed on editing, because I've not done the editing for the videos. All the videos bar 1 are recorded, but I've only edited 1 of them that's still to release. So we have a bit of editing to do, but that's fine. Like, I've got time tomorrow, so I'm gonna edit a Hogwarts video tomorrow, and then probably release it tomorrow as well, and then we'll gradually get through the editing. But I have edited because I've got 2 Hogwarts videos that are recorded. One of them was a lot more footage than the other, which is the one coming out at the end of the week. So I did decide to edit that first because I had more time. So that's edited, and that one is actually ready for release, but doesn't make sense storyline, doesn't make sense to release it first, so we will release that at the end of the week, but that is pre-edited, so that one will come out at the end of the week. There's a supply drop there. Let's go get the supply crate. So yeah, there will definitely be Hogwarts at the end of the week, because as I say, that is edited and recorded. Let's just get that. So we've got some copper, some shells, some jumbo health potions. Perfect. Let me fast travel to C. There we go. We can get the bus. We can get the battle bus. Tomato Head should follow on with us, I think. I am imagining that Tomato Head can get a bus. I don't know, I've never actually tested that one. But let's go down here. And we'll see if Tomato Head meets us at our village. Assuming we can find the village. Ah, the village is here. So, if we land down here, we can see if Tomato Head will just spawn in. Yeah, there he is. Tomato Head. Join my village. Finding a new place to live is certainly exhausting, so maybe I should join your village. Assigned to empty bed. A whole bed just for me. I can't wait to fall asleep. Make yourself at home. Okay, so where's his bed? I'm imagining he's hopefully going to live in a bed in here. No? So it would look like he has been assigned to the cottage. Or a little log home, maybe. No? Where is Tomato Head? Unless he's got... Is there a bed in here? There's a bed in here, but that's Lion Brands. Unless there's a... Oh, Peely! Peely! Nice to meet you. Live in my village. Yes. Make yourself at home. Right. We got Peely. We have Peely living in our village. So Peely's bed is in here. Peely gets quite a nice room. This is Peely's bed. But where's Tomato Head's bed? Because it says he has a bed. Is there a second bed in here? Or has he taken my bed? He better not have taken my bed. Because the Tricky Cheetah lives there. Meowsicle's bed's up here. So I'm struggling to see where Tomato Head's is. Unless he has actually nicked my bed. Which would be mightily rude. He better not have nicked my bed. Yeah, that's my bed. With a tree inside. But never mind. That tree's always just going to keep respawning, isn't it? So whose bed is in here then? Oh. So this is Tomato Head's bed. Okay. Because I never assigned Tricky Treater to that bed. Okay. That's fine. But yeah, so where's Peely? Let's go and find Peely. Because we've got the character that everyone wants. I'm pretty sure everyone wants Peely. And we've just got him. Let's help the village. Refining. You can smelt metal. Yes. It will take about 4 days before you have anything to share with me. That is fine. So, crafting station. Cool-headed charm. So there we go. We have a inner fire charm and a cool-headed charm. So inner fire charm provides immunity to freezing temperatures, while the cool-headed charm provides immunity to burning temperatures. Is one enough? I don't know. We will have to have a look. But let's stick some of this stuff away, because we got quite a bit of stuff from our excursion to the Frostlands. Do we have anyone that's visiting? No, we have no one visiting, but we are on 9 out of 10 on our residents. We have 9 residents out of 10. So, we're doing quite well, I'd say. We only have one more resident to get. So, I'd like it to be Cuddle Team Leader. Personally, I would like to get Cuddle Team Leader as our last villager. Would be quite nice. because we obviously want notable characters. As I have said from the beginning, we want notable characters. So I think it would just be fitting to get Cuddle Team Leader as the last one. Do we have a chest for brute scales? That's elemental pelt. I'm pretty sure somewhere we have a chest for that. Copper, granite can go in this chest, and then frost pines in this chest. There we go. Look at me remembering where I actually store half my stuff. Half my random stuff, like storm fruit. That's... Right, we don't need these charms immediately. So let's store our charms safely away in here. The cool-headed and the inner fire charms. There we go. And do we have... so brute scales go in there. Okay. And we have 8 rift shards. That's useful. Because does that mean, do we have enough to make a bus station? Oh, we are missing 2 granite slabs. That's fine. Because we could make a bus station at the Frost Village to make travelling there a bit easier. But should we have a look then? So this is our array of villagers. So we have Meowsicles, we've got Fish Stick, we've got Lion Brand, Tricky Treater, we've got Peely, and we've got we got Tomato Head. So we've got that, and we've got a sheep, a chicken, and a cow as well. So absolutely perfect. We have plenty of characters there. But shall we see? So we can go to the Lost Isles by bus. We need to go by bus. So let's head over to the bus station. And we can spend 10 minutes seeing if we can find any characters in the Lost Isles. See if maybe we can bring a new character to finally get the 10 villagers into our village. 10 characters in our village would be perfect, because then the village is done. At that point, the village would be done. Like, there's no expanding a village now. So I wouldn't be able to obviously expand the village. I can't get any more characters in that village. So that village is probably like my main base. So I'll always keep going back there, because that's where all my storage is. But ultimately, the idea is that we will move on. So we will move on to doing the Dry Valley at some point. It'll probably be Dry Valley next. But the difference with that one is because we have all of the tasks within, like, we have the Lego, we have the Star Wars, so we have a new set of quests, I think, every season that comes by. Because, like, we have the Ninjago, sorry. So I think we get a new quest line with, like, every update or every season that starts, so definitely be busy doing those. So we'll do the Dry Valley at some point. Probably it'll be in between, like, work on the Lost Isles, maybe. If there's a storyline in Lost Isles. I don't know if there is. And if there is, I don't know it. But what we have found in the Lost Isles is we found a bunch of Peely posts. But we haven't found much else. So I'm going to see if we can find any others other than Peely posts. See if we can find any others. If not, it's fine. But I just thought, you know, we may as well see if we have any others. See if we can get the characters to spawn in them. Because that's a good way to decide who you get in your village. More so than what we did at the start, where we were just waiting for them to turn up. And then deciding, oh, do we want them or not? So it's nice to, when you find them just like randomly around and you're like, oh yeah, we'll take them home and they could join our valley or village. Sorry, not valley. Wrong game. Wrong game. Valley is Dreamlight. But yeah, it doesn't look like we have any posts over this way. We have the Peelies here that we have to unfortunately fight. I think. Will he attack us? He won't attack us, so... I don't think they attack us. I killed... Oh. So they're like, just gonna keep attacking things. Okay. Lots of Peely stuff. Lots of like random Peelies, but we can't talk to any of them, so not quite what we're looking for today. It doesn't look like we can see any other like posts or outposts as they are, which would, if we had them, it would be useful because like sometimes you can get villagers spawning them. But as I say, it doesn't look like we're going to be lucky, unfortunately. I don't know if I've shown these on video. I don't think I did. But over here... What are you? Oh, are they more storm things? Okay. Anyway, these are the Peely outposts that we found. I think I found them off camera, to be honest. But we found a bunch of these. We never found a Peely inside, but like it's really nice. I found this really weird when I came across it. I think I came across it when I was... It was ahead of the video of me doing my house. It was ahead of the video of me decorating my house. I found these because I came over here to get some extra wool. Which was a suggestion from someone. And we came over here and found that, and I thought it was really cool. Though it doesn't look, unfortunately it doesn't look like we're gonna manage to find anything in there. I want to go to the rebel outpost. Shall we have a quick look at the rebel outpost? Just like before we end the stream, let's have a look at the rebel outpost. See if that starts that quest line. I imagine it will. Or we might just have to go to quest to find it. So this is allegedly the rebel outpost area. Allegedly. Oh. So new bus station G. Okay. And yeah, it doesn't look like we have any quests here, but we have some squadron small drawers, which is weird. And what is? Wait, what is that? Oh, we have a bunch of brutes and that here. Okay. Let's hide for a second, because I want to see in quests or journal. Do we have anything for a hero arrives? Build a hero station. Okay, we don't want that. Weapons of vengeance. Ringing the dinner bell. Okay, so it doesn't look like we can actually do any quests for the Lost Isles or the Rebel Outpost. So it looks like those quests only actually appear when you're if the season's in. So we may have unfortunately not get the quest for these areas. But what we do still get the chance to do is we can still look through and get the items that you get here. And like, these are some quite nice places, so we could just build a village here anyway. Even though there's not much point to building a village here, it might be cool just to do it anyway. But let's deal with this because he's gonna just keep beating us up. As they always do. They always just go and beat us up. So let's go and defeat that. There we go. Perfectly dealt with. So yeah, it doesn't look like we have the quests for the Rebel Isles or the Rebel Outpost. But we have just unlocked a recipe for some macro binoculars, whatever they are, and the Rebel workbench. Ooh. I wonder, you know, if we actually make a Rebel workbench, do we reckon that will start a quest? Maybe. I mean, I don't hold out much hope, but it might. It might. And we can get all the stuff from it. 5 wood and 8 plastoid. How do we get plastoid? I've kind of got really distracted with this. Right, let's go back home because we're ending the stream at home. I am not going to end the stream in the Rebel Outpost. Let's see, because that's... Yeah, we have the Lost Isles twice, apparently. We have 2 Lost Isles. We have the Rebel Outpost, and then that is it. So, current station is Station G. Let's go to Bus Station C then. That's our house. And then we will we'll go home. Just go one last look at what we've done today, and then we will end this stream alongside our newest villager, Peely. And then, yeah, as we say, in the next stream, we will go over to the Lost Isles, do some work over there, see if we can figure out kind of the new stuff that's in that area. And then we can also think about heading over to the Dry Valley, since we now have the charms to be able to go there. But we will end off the stream, assuming we don't have like any nice villager visiting. Do we have a visiting villager? Tiago. I don't know where he is, and to be honest, he doesn't sound familiar, so... Is that Tiago? Are you Tiago? Yeah. You've come before and I didn't want you, so... The nicest way possible, I don't want him. Right, let's place those up there. So... Obviously today we've done these 2 barns. We've made a final little wooden hut, the log cabin, for a villager eventually. We've decorated and added some extra rooms to this house so that Fishstick now lives with Peely, and we have a spare bed in here because I didn't realise there was 2 beds in Meowscle's house. And we of course built the haberdashery where we could do our loom work and our spinning wheel work. So we've done all of that in today's very, very productive stream. And we got 2 new villagers into our village. We got Tomato Head, which is going to follow me. He's going to follow me. Let's talk jobs. Let's explore. And then let's go and find Peely. Maybe. Is Peely in his bed? Peely is not in his bed. Where's Peely? I want to end the stream with Peely because I think that'll be fun. Ah, there he is. Okay, come on Peely, talk. Okay. No, Peely, stop. So, thank you very much for watching this stream. Peely keeps walking off. Thank you very much for watching this stream where I did all of that and I got Tomato Head and Peely, who does not want to stay still. Peely. He's headbutting me. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this stream, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.